ಇದೆಯಾ? ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರ ಸ್ವರೂಪಿಗಳಾದ ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Today is an auspicious day. Of course, every day is auspicious. But today is regarded to be the birth anniversary of sun. But if you ask whether sun was born like that on a particular day, so it may not be directly related that way, but we do regard sun as God, rightfully so. Why? Because no sun, no life. Simple. In fact, everything revolves around sun. So that is the greatness of sun. So this day is called RathaSapthami. Because we symbolize as though sun is sitting on a ratha, chariot, with 7 horses. They are all quite meaningful. Not that they are without any meaning. And they have their own significance also. So we know that these are all about perception. If you actually see, sun is not moving. It is the earth that is moving. It appears to us as though sun is moving. Sun is neither rising nor setting, in fact. Sun is sun, and all other things are sun-centric. Earth moves in a very, very systematic but peculiar way around the sun. Earth is, as we all know, is tilted by about 23.5 degrees. It's not like this, it's tilted. And it rotates about its own axis, number one. That is how we get day-night effect. Not only that, because it is tilted and also rotates about the sun, we have seasons. That is how seasons come. Otherwise, seasons wouldn't have been there. And it rotates about the sun in an elliptical orbit. Elliptical means it is not circular, it is like ellipse. It is not circular orbit. Because of that, there is change in the day-night duration across the days and across several locations on the earth. So some important events are recognized with regard to the movement of the earth relative to the sun. We talk as though sun is moving. It is not. It's only perception. It is actually the earth that moves. We should remember this. So when the earth moves, now this see behind me is the west, front is east, to the right is south, left is north. So now the sun every day does not appear in the same spot. So if you take, for example, at our yoga mandir on top, let us fix a camera and take the picture of sun every day at the same time, let us say 9 a.m. Every day it will capture the picture. Then you will not see in the same spot. It will be like a shape of 8 over the year. That's how it appears, because the movement of the earth relative to the sun. So some important events are recognized with respect to this. The sun which rises, supposed to be east, that's what direction we call east, it moves from southeast to northeast and northeast to southeast. There is also a swing like this over the year. So southeast it reaches that maximum and then starts towards north. That is the so-called Makara Rashi. By the way, how do we recognize where the sun is relative to earth in the sky? Because earth is moving, sun is there, we don't know where we are. For that, what the ancestors thought was to look at some stars in the sky. So one star you cannot depend upon, difficult to recognize, therefore they chose a pattern of stars. That is what you call as Zodiac, constellation. They choose some pattern of star and they recognize, okay, if this is the constellation that you see, now we are in this constellation, in this zodiac. Next, earth as it goes, with relative to the sun, some other constellation is visible, some other arrangement of stars. So like that there are zodiac. So well recognized 12 zodiacs are there. So some have 13, some have 15, but you can go on. But generally these are all references. Where we are in the sky, they want to recognize. So there are 12 zodiacs. That's how all our birth, people talk about astrology. So astrology is not same as astronomy, but they are connected. Anyway, so this is how we recognize. That's how there is a Rashi called Makara, Zodiac. When the sun enters means as seen from earth. Actually earth only is moving. Sun, there is no entry exit for sun. But that is the language that we generally use. So when the sun enters this Makara Rashi, it starts moving from southeast to northeast. Starts. That is what you call as Makara Sankramana. Sankramana means change. So sun changes. Changes towards what? Towards north. Towards north. But how does things change? Suppose you are going even in your car, how do you change the direction? Suppose you are going southeast and you want to change to northeast. How does it do? You turn, wheels turn. Now that starting to turn the wheels is Makara Sankramana. When the car fully turns, when the wheels are aligned to north, it takes some time. It will not have a tuck. It's not a computer simulation where in one click it just turns. It takes time for the wheels to align. So this our ancestors conceived as though sun is riding on a chariot and the chariot wheel starts to turn and that takes some transition. That when you start to turn is Makara Sankramana. When the wheels actually align in the north direction, that is called RathaSapthami. That is today. And Saptami was given because of the number 7. Number 7 is chosen because of number of days in the week. There are only 7, isn't it? Nothing more. There is no 8th day for anybody. So that is the significance of RathaSapthami. It also marks the change of the season today. So from now on, the winter is over, the summer starts picking up. This is the difference between Makara Sankranti and RathaSapthami. So on the day of Makara Sankranti, the sun starts moving north. That's why it is called Uttarayana Punya Kala. Uttarayana means moving towards Uttara, north. This is also very significant. Moving towards Uttara actually means moving towards the source. So that is very symbolic. This word Uttara is very meaningful. It is also highly quoted in Bhagavad Gita. So moving towards Uttara means you have to moving towards the source. Moving towards source means moving towards Brahma. Moving towards Brahma means moving towards divine. Moving towards bliss. So RathaSapthami also gives us message that orient the wheels of your own self towards the source. You move towards your source. That is the meaning. Uttarayana. Our life also we should start moving towards divinity. So that is the essence of RathaSapthami. You get rid of all your past, whatever ugly impressions, so that you move towards divinity. So what do you mean by past impression? That is the dirt. Where does the dirt accumulate? Symbolically, it is on the skin. Symbolically, outside. We understand it is inside, but symbolically outside. Charma. How do you get rid of all your impurities on the charma? That's why they say you use that ekka. Ivattu ekkaddu, that leaves they keep all over the body, and that when you pour that water, that has that purifying effect on the skin. But it is not just that. It is actually to tell you that now get yourself purified and give your chariot a right sense of direction. That is the meaning of RathaSapthami. And Sun himself is greatly significant for all of us. Sun signifies discipline. A particular time he appears means he appears. There is no change. You can predict. Whereas most of our behavior is not predictable. Tomorrow I will wake up and come to class. We don't know. You may come, you may not come. Although waking up systems are there, everybody has 2 mobiles, 2 wall clocks. With all that, you can simply doze off. You don't know. But with sun, there is no such thing. Not only tomorrow's, it is predicted several thousands of years ahead. And it simply follows. Number 2, sun is known for equanimity, samadarshitva. Whether a fool or a gnani, he will not distinguish. He will give the same light. When I come out, he will not dim himself. Why should I give light to this fool? When you come out, he will not brighten. Oh, a gnani has come. He will not brighten. He is same. Whereas our mindset is totally different. We treat different people differently. We have our own filters for different people. Sun is never like that. He is always the same. The next one is when we encounter some problems or challenges in life, we generally become dull, dim, depressed. Sun is not like that. Even when there is cloud, sometimes sun looks dull, but go above the cloud, he is the same sun. There is no change. Absolutely no change. But for us, plenty of change. Ups and downs. Sun will remain the same even when there are clouds. He is not bothered. Clouds also he will witness, sitting above the clouds. Whereas we never transcend our problems. We are caught up in the problems. Where is the problem? Problem is in the mind. So we should transcend the mind. When you transcend the mind, you get to that state of transcendental meditation. That's all what meditation is. You are able to witness. That is symbolic of sun. So when we do sun salutation, we should remember these dimensions of sun. Doing sun salutation mechanically, some 10 steps or 12 steps, with the hope that it will burn this many calories. Well, it is useful, but that is a very, very what we call as a very low way of looking at sun god. So you must look at him in the right perspective. Well, I think now it is time for us to practice sun salutation. Having said all these things, yet we need to do some of these things which appear to be physical in nature, but we should remember this background of the sun, so that each posture that we do is an offering to the sun, who is serving us from time unknown and eternally. Eternally is again is a relative term. Okay. So to such sun god, instead of only this posture of saluting, we use several other postures. In our system, we use 10 postures per cycle, and these 10 postures done in a particular sequence, we call it as one cycle of sun salutation. Such 108 cycles we will practice now, and today we are, of course, I would say, launching another audio file with counting with Surya Ashtottara. 108 names of Lord Sun. For each chakra there is a name, and then the counting, then again the name, counting like that, 108. So that each name is used so that that spark of divinity lights up in all of us. So that's how it is designed. I thank Srimati Malti for putting these things in right perspective, and this will take about 46 minutes. So that is what we are going to do. Okay, so we will get into our practice of sun salutation now. Yes, Vishwanath. Ilana? Yeah, he will set it up in a couple of minutes.